I don't know who you are. I don't know what you want. If you're looking for ransom, I can tell you, I don't have money. But what I do have are a very particular set of skills. And one of them is driving the snowplow.
All of times have come here, but now they're gone.
Servus Freunde, my name is Jimmy Cage, and when I first stumbled on a new Liam Neeson revenge thriller Cold Pursuit, I read a German synopsis that was so hilariously corny that I just have to share it with you. Translated to English, it loses a little bit of its charm, but we have to live with that. So here we go. Welcome to Kehoe. It's 14 degrees Fahrenheit in the glittering ski area in the Rocky Mountains. The snowplow driver Nels Coxman leads a peaceful life with his family until his son gets involved with the dazzling drug boss Viking and is murdered at his command. Furious, Nels struggles with the mighty cartel, and even though his knowledge of murder and manslaughter so far comes only from crime novels, one drug gangster after another falls victim to his revenge. While Nels makes more and more men disappear, Viking blames his longtime rival, White Bull. The situation escalates into a mad gang war, and the bright slopes of the town soon turn blood red. Wow, just wow. You can imagine how pumped I was for this movie, and after that breakdown I pretty much expected a very lowbrow revenge vehicle in the vein of Taken. But Cold Pursuit is actually a very different movie. It was directed by Norwegian filmmaker Hans-Peter Moland, who remade his own 2014 film Kraftidioten, which internationally is known as In Order of Disappearance. A term that is used in the end credits for this one in a very funny method, as it strikes off the names of all actors and actresses in, you guessed it, the order of the disappearance in the film. And there are a lot of people disappearing in Cold Pursuit, and each time there's a little intertitled with the name of the character and that character's nickname, because in the world of the film, everyone has a cool or semi-cool nickname.
What is it with all these nicknames? Speedo, Viking, Eskimo.
It's a gangster thing.
Did you have a nickname?
Wingman.
Wingman.
Unfortunately, I only learned yesterday that this is a remake. Otherwise, I would have loved to see the original beforehand and compare the two. It is unusual for a director to remake his own film, but it did happen before more than one might assume. Big classic Hollywood directors like Cecil B. DeMille or Alfred Hitchcock did it, and even the modern masterpiece Heat had a very direct blueprint in LA Takedown, which was also done by Michael Mann. Now Cold Pursuit is the first English language film by Hans-Peter Moland. I actually saw his latest work, Department Q, A Conspiracy of Faith, which was a quite good, sinister and bleak crime thriller. But let's come to the actual film at hand. When I said it was quite different than your typical revenge flick, I mean that this isn't a clear-cut action movie that emphasizes on tension, thrills, shootouts and chase scenes, which is why the title Pursuit might be a little bit misleading. In other territories they used what used to be the working title, I think, Hard Powder. Moland's movie isn't Taken, John Wick or The Equalizer. It is far more like Fargo, a very dark and dry humored grotesque about a multitude of men who seem to be all potent and powerful, but in reality they are messing everything up. It took me a while to realize what direction this will head into because it starts rather normal, with the dead son and the father out for revenge. But instead of creating this absorbing, immersive, tension-filled hunt for revenge, Neeson's character just picks up the guys responsible for his son's death, one by one, and without any remorse, he finishes them off. Now at this point this could either turn into a modern death wish, or, and this is what actually happened, a dark, frosty and bittersweet little thriller comedy. Now it's not a constant laugh fest by any means, but its presentation of violence and obscure characters will make you chuckle all the way if you have a nerve for something like this. And the absurdity of this crazy chain of events that all start with Neeson's fighting back keeps growing as the movie progresses. His character's name is Coxman. Stellan Skarsgård's character in the original Norwegian version was named Dickman. And if you have an appetite for Liam Neeson using his bare fists, a sort of hunting rifle, as well as his monstrous snowplow to kill off one gangster after another, you will get your time's worth with Cold Pursuit. But it also playfully undermines his apparent potency and his idea of male dominance, lust for blood and need of control. Without spoiling too much, what's happening in the film is mostly men killing each other without really getting anything good out of it. While all the female characters either try to actually solve something, try to stay out of the mayhem, fight for an actual important thing, or just left the movie altogether. When two fully alpha species sit together in a car and one of them asks for some real music, they are being treated with Aqua's Barbie girl. Come on Barbie, let's go party.
Gonna kill him.
Cold Pursuit has some nice action, some funny little twists and a few really great jokes. It also doesn't just feature another great performance by Liam Neeson, but also an immensely entertaining Tom Bateman as the evil crime boss Viking. Bateman is really hamming it up, and Viking is just so full of shit that it's a pure delight to see him in command as well as a totally pathetic, despicable creature. The film also features neat performances by the two The Wire veterans Dominic Lombardozzi and John Doman, which is always nice. What it doesn't have is a lot of tension, and in the middle segment it couldn't completely keep up with new clever and absurd twists for me. And as much as it reminded me of Fargo by the Coen brothers, it doesn't reach that film's ingenuity, sharpness and also human core, as exemplified in the characters of Frances McDormand and William H. Macy. It probably didn't aim for that, but to make it more than just a quite entertaining, blood-filled revenge thriller with a lot of humor, it lacked that certain special ingredient for me. So in German I'd say, Cold Pursuit ist eine bitterböse und absurd lustige Variante des männlich dominierten Rachethrillers, die sowohl als Liam Neeson-Vehikel als auch als Metagroteske funktioniert. I give Cold Pursuit 7 out of 10. It's more like 7.1, but I don't do that. Alright, that's it like always. Comment below and let me know what you think about Cold Pursuit, aka Hard Powder. And also let me know what is your favorite action film with Liam Neeson and what is your favorite non-action film with Liam Neeson. Until next time, you can hit me up on Twitter, Facebook and Instagram simply at The Jimmy Cage. And if you enjoyed this episode, please give me a thumbs up, share, subscribe, whatever you like. And make sure you hit that bell for all I have to tell.